Hope, Ned.
Will you let us know if there's anything we can do? And of course, if there's any change in his condition. I really am so sorry, Buck. No, I understand. Of course you are. Go on back and give Jill love. Same to you, honey. Seneca was shot tonight.
Shot? How?
With a gun in the back in the front of Coleridge's house. Tom was here a while ago. He and Faith were at the house. Seneca had just left him when it happened.
How bad is it?
Like he says, he's in shock, and they don't expect him to live through the night.
Do they know who did it?
Police don't even know where to begin. No one saw anything. But Jack, Tom thinks the shot was meant for him.
Who'd want to shoot Desmond?
Oh, I still don't know the whole story. And I'm beginning to hope I never have occasion to. It all has to do with why he left Ireland in the first place.
Politics, trouble in the ring, what?
Tom says no to both of those. It had something to do with the girl he was in love with. He came here in secret, and he's been terribly careful not to let anyone from Ireland know where he was. And if there's someone out there now looking for him with a gun, I'm so afraid it's my fault.
Hey, why, Mary, why?
Tom's from Limerick. The people who are after him are also from Limerick. That afternoon in the Limerick bar...
You recognized his picture on the...
I didn't think twice about it. Because we didn't actually say anything to JJ or Red.
Yeah, but if they were watching us, then our reactions would have been...
And then I gave him the Ryan's card. And anyone who was interested could certainly assume that Ryan's bar in Riverside would be a good place to start looking for Tom.
I'm sorry to say, but you may be right. I gather you told Tom.
Yes. He was very sweet about it, which only made me feel worse. When am I going to learn to keep my mouth shut?
What's he going to do now?
Check in at Ryan, see if anybody's been asking for him. Or for Tom O'Brien, which is his real name.
O'Brien. You know, it's possible that this was just a coincidence. That...
I tried to say that to Tom.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't think so.
He and Seneca are the same size. They were both wearing similar raincoats. Now, whoever it was probably followed Tom to Coleridge's, but didn't get a shot off. And then waited outside, and when Seneca came out, it was dark, and that was it. And then when you were so late, my imagination began working overtime.
I'm sorry. We didn't finish the interview before the game, so Willis and I stopped for a beer afterwards.
They win?
18 points.
Hey.
Ryan okay?
Oh, she's fine.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm very good. Thank you.
Just hold on a minute.
Yeah. Anything we should do uptown?
No. Tom's taking care of himself, and Buck, you'll let us know about Seneca.
All right.
I love you so much. Don't you ever let anything happen to you.
Same to you.
Get 1-1.
Tom, it's Faith.
Come in, quickly. Glad to see you.
I wasn't sure how to knock without scaring you out of your skin.
It's all right. My friend decides to visit, he won't knock. Any word on Seneca?
It's a little worse, actually. Went into shock. They got him past that. But he's weaker than before.
How about a glass of wine?
I'd love it. Somehow I knew you'd still be awake.
It isn't the night for sleeping. After I talked to the police, I went down to Mary's.
Oh?
I'm very much afraid that when she and Jack were in Ireland, somebody picked up on the fact that they're friends of mine and that I'm here in New York.
How?
Well, she recognized my picture in a bar, said, "Look, it's Tom." Words to that effect. I think that did it.
Oh, Tom.
The next thing, of course, is to find out if anybody's been asking for me. I went by Ryan's, but Maeve and Johnny were closed at midnight.
They close early sometimes during the winter.
I just have to wait till the morning.
But you think there's a good chance that someone's out there waiting for you with a gun?
I do, yes.
Oh, I hate it.
Well, the situation may not be a total loss. Thank you for coming to visit me.
I really wanted to be with you.
Well, for what it's worth, I was sitting over there thinking about you.
Thinking what?
How much I'm going to miss you if I have to go away.
Tom, don't even consider going away. Well, you don't know yet that Seneca's shooting involves you at all. Oh, I don't want you to miss me. I want you to appreciate me right here in Riverside. Besides, we haven't even been ice skating yet.
There are lots of things we have to do.
Yes,
Will you stay a little while?
I'll stay, but I don't think we should make love, Tom.
I'm still trying to understand why not. I don't think it's because of Pat.
No. Pat's not the reason that I do or don't do things anymore.
Father.
Ah,
Hi.
was that you at the front door? I knew Mrs. Moyer was up watching the late movie. I thought it was a nephew who stopped by.
I was walking by in hopes that your light was on. Have you got a minute? Because I really need to talk to you.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have some of my better conversations this time of night. Admittedly, they tend to be between either God and myself, but at least I'm not interrupted. So, Delia's out of the hospital and staying with your parents.
Your intelligence system's as good as ever.
I spoke with her mother this morning at Mass.
Dee's home, and she's being loved and reassured and taken care of, waited on. And still, she's scared.
I'm sure of that.
But why?
That's because she half expects to lose it all.
It's exactly what she said.
Her conscience may be bothering her, Pat. In her most self-involved moments, Delia has to know how much she demands of you.
I think she does. But that doesn't help her need me less. I've thought a lot about our last conversation. And this much I know. I don't want to go on in the present situation. I don't want to spend the rest of my life providing Delia with all the answers and encouraging her to depend on me, if that's what I do.
In a way, I think that's what you do, Pat.
How do I get out? She's over there right now, hysterically blind. She's hanging onto me for dear life and saying that the only way she can get well is if I love her and if my family approves of her. Now, how do I walk away from her when I know that the alternative may be pills or a hotel room window?
You don't know that.
I know she's tried twice.
Pat, after each of those incidents, Delia shared her feelings with me. I heard her confessions. I tried to counsel her. Now, while I can see that she's over-emotional and dependent and very manipulative when it comes to getting what she needs, and therefore should have psychological help, I say to you in all honesty, I don't believe the manipulative efforts include suicide. Threats, yes. Actually taking her own life, no.
Can you tell me any more about why you believe that?
Well, I wish I could, but I'm not free to do so.
I want to do now, I guess, is to get out of the marriage without being destructive to Dee. Because I know if I stay, it's going to go on being destructive to me.
Well, it seems clear that you've undertaken a burden that's greater than what one person can handle. But the fact you've been able to admit it is to your credit.
Well, I have to admit it because I came close to messing myself up permanently. During the strike, Father, while handling that whole situation and everything that was going on at home, I was on drugs.
What kind of drugs?
Uppers, to stay on my feet. And too much coffee. And I cross-poisoned myself. And that's what was happening when Delia went down those stairs. I was coming down, and as she was after me, I was strung out. I was trying to get away from her. But I think that that is a large part of why she's in such bad shape now. She knows that I fell apart. I let her down. I hurt her.
As she perceives it.
Well, to tell you the truth, as I perceive it too sometimes. I had let her believe that I would take care of her. I promised her that.
Pat, I don't know how you should go about disengaging yourself from Delia. Carefully, of course, and without anger if you can. But I know that for your sake, and I firmly believe this, for hers, it has to happen. Do your parents know about the drugs?
No, they don't. They're about the only ones who don't.
Shouldn't you tell them?
Yes, I should. I didn't want to worry them any more than I had to, but I can say now that it's over.
You're sure about that?
Oh, yes.
Good. If at any time I can be of help to you...
Thanks. I know you can't solve any of this for me. I'm not asking you to do that. But it's a help to talk to somebody who knows me and who knows Delia and who cares about both of us. There's something else that involves Delia and me.
Yes.
Well, you know, I guess better than anyone, that I'm one of the least Orthodox Catholics in my family.
I think that's an accurate statement of your position, yes.
But I miss having a sense of being square with the church. And I miss the sacraments.
I'm sure you do. But there's nothing much you can do about that until your situation with Delia is straightened out.
I know. I've been feeling that my relationship with God is one thing, and while my relationship with the church is something else again.
That's an attitude I've heard expressed rather frequently these days.
But the two seem closer in my mind now than they did.
I'm glad to hear it, of course.
I keep wanting...
What, Pat?
I don't know. Something I know. Something that won't change.
I understand.
My faith in Patrick to provide all the answers is a little shaken.
That just might be the beginning of great wisdom.
I have missed you.
Log on to
She wasn't really awake. She just turned over so she was lying on rubber ducky.
Thought Rubber Ducky lived in the bathtub.
Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Set the alarm?
7:30.
I don't think Ryan will sleep that late. She didn't eat much dinner.
But she's all right.
Oh, yes, for heaven's sake. She's tired of chicken.
Well, give her pasta.
No, I think I'll bring the phone over here in case back here anyone calls.
Good idea. You know, I can't get the thought of Seneca out of my head.
It's the suddenness of it. Go over and over the details, trying to make sense out of this craziness, but there's no answer.
Answer is not to take anything for granted.
I don't. Not anymore. Not about us, anyway.
I don't either.
I hope I die first. I've tried it alone. It wasn't as much fun.
We don't have any choice. I wouldn't trust anybody else to manage my funeral.
Oh, that's right. You want a big, fine funeral?
Well, more like grandiose.
Well, I'll do the best I can.
Well, see, the trick is you have to curb your own natural good taste and just pull out all the stops.
Large flower arrangement.
Yeah, ribbons and silver sprinkle writing.
A beloved. That one's from me.
And a horseshoe of carnations from Jumbo.
Good luck, Giovanni.
Maybe not.
And maybe we could arrange a parade down Elizabeth Street around the Gennaro Social Club. We could put the casket in an open limousine with everyone following on foot.
That's very good, Mayor.
And a marching band.
Yeah.
Maybe we could march over to the docks.
Oh, then all the guys from the local, they could be sort of like an honor guard, huh?
Right. And then we could cast all your flowers on the river.
Terrific.
Or maybe like a Viking funeral. You know, we could put the casket on a tugboat or something and set it afire and then send one single wreath floating after it. Bon voyage, Jack.
You're not taking this seriously.
I am.
Yeah, well, no Viking funerals, okay? Huh? I want a little mausoleum on a gentle hill with little trees and little shrubbery.
Oh, good.
On top of it, a couple of little angels.
With trumpets.
One trumpet, one sword for incompetent editors.
You still having trouble with Larry?
No trouble. Just cut 200 words out of Monday's column, which just happened to be the point of the piece.
Right. One angel with a sword for Larry.
When a door's open, organ music. Immediately. Something solid like Bach's Toccata in F major. And then a beam of light right on the casket.
You better write all this down and put it in your will.
I don't have a will.
Well, you better talk to Frank about it then.
Oh, okay, I will. What about you?
I don't have a will either. We both better talk to Frank.
I mean your will. I mean your funeral.
I haven't thought much about it. I'd like to be laid out at home in the parlor with all the family, nieces and nephews in and out, and a 3-day party at Ryan's. And my brothers and friends for pallbearers, and a low mass at St. A's with a eulogy by Frank. Regular grave, simple headstone. Oh, but I love the idea of people coming to the cemetery to visit. What's the matter?
Let's not do this anymore, huh? I don't want to think about you dying or dead.
It's all right. I'm not actually planning on doing it.
Good.
I don't want to ever leave you again. Not ever. Bring home the fire. One of my problems all my life has been in feeling things and not being able to let myself experience them fully enough so that I can communicate what I'm feeling to someone else. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Why are you smiling?
I'm not.
I'm not trying to be ingenuous or charming. I really do have this communication problem.
And I wasn't being condescending. I enjoy looking at you. I enjoy your earnestness, and sometimes when I enjoy things, I look pleased.
Okay. Now, what I don't want to have happen is to be liking you, loving you, actually, and not be able to let you know it.
That hasn't been a problem.
On the other hand, I need to be very honest about exactly what my feelings are.
It's my sincere wish that you're not about to tell me that you love me like a brother.
No. Especially since my feelings for my brother are terribly complicated. Oh, the thing is, you are so attractive. I enjoy being with you so much. You make me feel so wonderful so many times.
Good for me.
But I'm afraid of you.
Seriously?
I'm afraid because I think I could love you a lot. You were in love with the girl in Ireland, and then you were in love with Mary, and now I think you're honestly falling in love with me, so...
What?
So I think you fall in love very easily, Tom.
There's nothing easy about it. It's damned painful, let me tell you. Will you believe me when I say this?
Yes.
You're right on all 3 counts. I did love the girl in Ireland. I was in love with Mary, and now I'm falling in love with you.
Oh.
Which may not be wise given the circumstances in which we currently find ourselves. That must be frightening for you, too, now that I think of it.
Oh, not for me, for you.
And to put your mind at ease, I think you're right. I don't think we should make love now. I'd rather wait till you decide it's what you want. When my situation is clear and there's nothing for either of us to fear out there. And when you're sure it's what you want.
All right.
But because I find it difficult to be with you here in the middle of the night and not make love to you, I think I'll take you.
No, not on your life. I can get myself home very nicely, thank you.
Faith.
Tom, please. If there is a man out there wandering around, shooting people in raincoats that look like yours, I'd much prefer you to stay here, okay?
Okay.
Now, you let me out and then lock up tightly, all right? Be careful.
Take it.
Settle in for a night of drama featuring the biggest stars from your favorite TV shows and movies. It's your night for a great film with the Sunday Night Movies, every Sunday night at 10 on SoapNet.